Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn the minimum close plus point of marine fuels. We will learn also the viscosity in terms of resistance to flow. We will learn the plus point and ranges of viscosity in different types of fuels. We will demonstrate also why it is necessary to raise the temperature of some fuel oils. Carries out test on fuels and lubricants for plus point and viscosity, and we will learn also how to carry out test on fuels and lubricants for water content. Now this topic is fuel oil and lubricants as continuation of the previous topic. So this topic is taken from function 1 of STCW function, marine engineering at the operational level. The competence, operate main and auxiliary machinery and associated control systems. Surveillance, performance assessment, and maintaining safety of propulsion plant and auxiliary machinery. Now, our KOP for this topic is physical. Our KOP is knowledge, understanding, and proficiency. So our KOP is physical and chemical properties of lubricants. Now, these are our learning outcomes. So I just read a while ago. So you have here the introduction. Marine chemicals on ships. A ship has to carry different types of cargo, which includes oil cargo, chemical cargo, and cargo in gaseous form. Apart from carrying cargo, the ship carries different types of chemicals and solutions which are used for several marine operations. These chemicals such as fuel oil, lube oil, cleaning agents for water treatment, and chemicals for dosing in fuels, and additives for sanitation systems are hazardous. A material safety data sheet is provided for such cargo and also for chemicals carried on board which are used for maintenance purpose. So we have here what is viscosity of marine fuel. This is a property of a liquid which is measure of its internal resistance to flow. The viscosity of a liquid changes with temperature decreasing as the temperature is increased. A low viscosity is required for fuels in order to obtain good atomization at the fuel bulk. Heating is therefore required when burning heavy fuel to reduce viscosity to approximately that of the diesel oil. It is strongly recommended that the final control of fuel heating should be viscometric rather than thermostatic. So as you can see here in the two drawing here for illustration, this is less viscosity and this is more viscosity. So here, this one is illustration is less, and this one is more viscous. So remember the keyword, it is a measure of its internal resistance to flow. So viscosity is a measure of its internal resistance to flow. That is a keyword. So here we have here the plus point. So what is plus point of marine fuel? So it's the lowest temperature at which it can vaporize to form a ignitable mixture in air. Measuring a plus point requires an ignition source. At the plus point, the vapor may cease to burn when the source of ignition is removed. So in other words, plus point is the plus point is the temperature of oil in which the oil will flash in that temperature but will not continue to burn. So for example here, you see, so this sample. So now there is a thermometer here. So the one who did this experiment put a thermometer and oil inside, and the probe or the sensor of the thermometer here is submerged. Then it is applied with a torch, heating torch, at 25 degrees Celsius. So you cannot see flash. So it's still here, 25 degrees Celsius. But at 35 degrees Celsius, you can see flash. You see, this is flash. So that is flash point. You see? So this is flash. So flash. So that is plus point. But in this temperature, the fuel, the oil will not continue to burn. But more than that temperature, it will burn. So why we need to know the plus point of the oil is very important. So it is because when you store this stored, or when you put into the tank as storage of the oil, you need to know the plus point, because otherwise if the surrounding, especially the tank, is too hot, more than that 35 degrees Celsius, it will ignite automatically. So it is very dangerous that the area will caught fire or burn. So that's why you need to know the plus point of the certain oil. So next, we have here the why it is necessary to raise the temperature of some fuel oil in relation to viscosity. So, in here, the fuel is too viscous to flow easily to the burner or in fuel injectors unless it is heated first. The bunker grade fuel used in many ships is close to the viscosity of warm sticky asphalt when at room temperature and is usually heated up to 125 degrees Celsius to 135 degrees Celsius before it entering at the injection pump in order to properly atomize spray from injector nozzle to have a good combustion. So this one, this atomization here is the diesel oil. So we need to have the fuel oil will atomize same with this atomization. Why? If your fuel is not heated, fuel oil, this is very viscous, just like an sticky asphalt. So very viscous, very sticky. So it will not burn inside, or the injector or the injection pump will be stuck and it will not be atomized to the injector. So same like this. It should be same like this, as you can see here on the photo. So this is good atomization. So if not good atomization, the fuel will not burn easily, and there is no power to the engine, and the exhaust temperature is too hot, and it is very smoky exhaust, or very smoky exhaust. So you need to have, so I experienced this one when I was I took over from previous chief engineer, which is Russian chief engineer. So those chief engineer, he did not change over correctly the fuel oil into diesel. He did not flush correctly, or lack of flushing when uh, they arrived in port. So when I took over, when I was replacing him or relieving him as chief engineer, uh, during the time of departure, the engine did not start. So it took for me 2 hours to troubleshoot, and it was found that the old injection pump rack was stuck. So it is very important. So all the rack of the injection pump was stuck, cannot move anymore. So it is very important to heat up, or heating the fuel oil up to 125 degrees Celsius to 135 degrees Celsius before it is consumed to the engine to avoid any problem. So it's not responding. So here, we have here procedure on how to test on fuels and lubricants for water. So water, we have here so I will also put this video later. So water in oil test, TPN test, turn the seal on. So this one, the equipment. Set the test range, press next for instruction. Press to select method. So these are all procedure. I just read I will play the video later. So press next to proceed with the test. Begin the test by adding water and oil liquid reagent. Fill up to second line. Add oil sample. Cut top of chassis and squeeze contents into cell and add agitator. Screw lid on firmly, then press start. Shake continuously for 3 minutes, then the result display. Record the water content in the results. So note, wear personal protection equipment, PPE, before handling chemicals. So these are the procedures. So here, the importance of continual monitoring of quality of fuel and lubricants for efficient operation of machinery. Machine condition monitoring or predictive maintenance is the practice of assessing a machine's condition by periodically gathering data on key machine health indicators to determine when to schedule maintenance. So, we will have an example why this fuel oil and lubricants monitoring is very important. So, for example, I will explain with illustration which is familiar to you. So, for example, if you are sick, so if you are sick, so you will go to doctor for check up. So for check up. So any complaint coming from you where your sample parts of your body are sick, so the doctor will analyze based on your complaint. So the doctor give a reseta, so prescription, so give medicine prescription or reseta. But before that, the doctor first send you to laboratory. So send you to laboratory. So then you will come back with your result. So with your result, so the doctor will analyze and will give you ano, will give you the medicine prescription or the resita. So, in the ship, the lube oil and the fuel oil, you have to test by this equipment. So this one is oil test kit. But normally in this test kit, you only test this one, lube oil. Because the fuel oil will be sent to shore for lab test. So, by the result of this test, you will know what is the, or there is a problem of your engine. So, the same with the doctor, the result of the laboratory, the doctor will analyze and will give you prescription for you to buy medicine. Right. So, the same also here. You test the oil. So, you test the oil and you will know the problem or there's no problem. Your engine, you will know by the result of this oil test. So, another test, viscosity. So, for example, you test the viscosity. So supposedly the new oil will travel fast. New oil, this one is new oil. And this one is use oil from the engine. So by testing this one, you need of course here the cylinder. So for new oil and used oil, and you have the syringe, and you have here the flow stick. So this is flow stick. So test for viscosity. So test for oil viscosity. So why this is important? Because for example, your oil is already very viscous. For example, this is contaminated by carbon. So it is not effective anymore to lubricate your engine moving parts or lubricating parts. So that's why you have to test. For example, also your lube oil is contaminated by diesel oil, for example. So it will become less viscous. So the viscosity is not anymore normal. So how to properly lubricate the engine moving parts? So your engine will be damaged if it is contaminated with diesel oil, because the viscosity will become low. So this is the these are the importance of continual monitoring of quality of fuel oil and lubricants for efficient operation of machinery. So remember, we are just uh, we are like a doctor here. So we analyze the oil for the condition of our oil to our machinery, and we analyze also the condition of our machinery by analyzing the oil of the engine or machinery. So we are like a doctor. So one of the keys to keeping machinery operating at optimal performance involves monitoring and analyzing lubricant oils for characteristics such as contamination, you see, contamination, chemical content, and viscosity. So contamination, either contaminated by water, diesel, or fuel oil. So contaminated by chemical, the viscosity is not normal. So billions of dollars are spent annually replacing machinery components that have worn out due to inability of lubricants to perform the required tasks. Knowing how to interpret changing lubricants, practitioners can increase both of the uptime and the life of your mission critical capital equipment, the existing of the or amount of the debris and particles from wearing parts, erosion, and contamination provide insights about the issues affecting performance of reliability. So, as you can see here, insights. So, by testing your oil or your machinery, you have the insights. So, you know what is the contamination there, what are the contamination there. So, you probably analyze the wearing of parts, the erosion because of the contamination. So the debris and particles. So why it is there? So the existing of this debris and particles and the contamination, you know already that there is a problem of your engine by means of analyzing your oil from contamination, the chemical content of your oil, and the viscosity. So you will know there is a problem of your system. So here, lubricant, fuel, and other key fluids analysis provide critical early warning information indicative of a machine failure. Analyzing and trending determines you can schedule maintenance before a critical failure occurs. The result, higher equipment availability and productivity, lower maintenance cost, lower total cost of ownership, fewer outages, optimal equipment, performance, and greener operation. So, uh, by analyzing your oil, let's say both. So this one, fuel oil. Synthesure. And both. So lube oil, test on board. And also test assure. By monitoring the condition of this both fuel oil and the lube oil, you will know uh, if there is a problem with your system machinery engine. So at the time you can check what is happening, why there is contamination, why there is why the parts is worn out. So by analyzing, so for example this fuel oil, the silicone content, for example. So fuel oil, the silicone and aluminum content is higher, then your engine will be damaged. For example, your lube oil is there's already a lot of contamination, so your engine will be damaged. So monitoring of fuel oil and lubricants are important. So for the recap, we have discussed the following: the minimum close plus point of marine. So this is marine. This is marine fuels. We discussed also the viscosity in terms of resistance to flow. We discussed the plus point and ranges of viscosity in different types of fuel oils. We discussed also why it is necessary the temperature of some fuels carries out fuel oils, and we discussed also how to carries out tests on fuels and lubricants for plus point and viscosity, and yes, we discussed also how to test the fuels and lubricants for water content. So, what to do next meeting? So, next meeting, we will discuss the following: the fluid flows of fuel oil, lubricating oil, cooling fresh water and seawater systems in the diesel engine, propulsion plant. We will discuss also the fluid flows of main stem, condensate water, feed water, and lubricating oil systems in the steam turbine propulsion plant. We will discuss also the characteristics appeared in its piping system, taking samples such as supplementary devices, pipings, pipe coloring, and location of equipment installation. So that will be our activity next meeting. So, the video of the procedure on for the testing of fuel oil and lubricants and the other video related to this topic, I will play after this. So just watch. So I will play after this. So we'll start.